everyone, this is Vegas, and wanted to just go through some catalysts for the week. We still have a really busy earnings season, so you need to be prepared for what is coming our way. And my two favorites this week that I'm definitely watching and I'm definitely long on is PLTR, and also really excited about AMD and Uber. So let's first talk about PLTR, because last time they had some earnings, they smashed it out of the park. And so I want to show you something here from PLTR. First of all, let me show you a video clip of him and Jensen recently. As you know, Jensen was having an event in Washington this week, and him and Alex got together, and there was a bit of commentary here with regards to this AI and what to expect. So I want to play this clip. It's only about 3-4 minutes long, and I think it's worthy of a listen. So let's get right over to it, and here we go. Just give me one sec, and off we go.
And I'm just going to piggyback off of that conversation, Brian. We're talking about AI and an important collaboration between Palantir and NVIDIA, the fact that they're joining forces not to just analyze data, but actually to provide business decisions. And Alex, I'm actually going to start with you, the CEO of Palantir, just to explain, does that mean no human intervention? Can you just explain how this would work and use Lowe's as an example?
Well, first of all, I'm delighted to be on the stage with what many people I believe to be one of the great entrepreneurs of my lifetime and a patriot. And it means a lot to me to be here. So we have a product called Ontology. You could think of it as essentially a digital representative of your enterprise, including security model, which essentially takes the disabilities out of large language models and allows you to move decision-making to the front line with people, without people, depending on how you're doing it. In the context of Lowe's and other enterprises, it allows you to essentially automate decision-making, like how would your supply chain work, how would it work if it changed, how do you get the cheapest good to the right place, given that there may be disruption. But in general, what's very, very special, I believe, about our partnership is we're going to be able to move 2x, and I think in the future even faster. So you get a much, much faster, and actually because you can control it in a more granular way, much faster, much cheaper. And then the macro thing that I'm actually most excited about, which for our country is, because of that, you can do manufacturing in America, you can make the workers stronger and better, and you have more competition because you can use open weight models, open source models. You can use any hyperscaler. You can decide not to use a hyperscaler. This is much, much better for America, much better for workers, much better for industry. It's cheaper, it's faster, and obviously they have one of the world's top tech teams, and we work very well with them.
So Jensen, just in regards to that collaboration, then who would actually be procuring the hardware? Is this like a company like Lowe's? Do they have to put the upfront cost, with their existing GPUs, and then working with Palantir? Is that how it works? Or
first of all, it's amazing to think that the Palantir Ontology platform has achieved all of this, and they're the fastest enterprise growing platform in the world. In a lot of ways, it gives enterprises what we all want, which is intelligence and the ability to make good decisions fast. And now we're going to supercharge it with NVIDIA's accelerated computing for the first time. And so NVIDIA's CUDA accelerated computing is going to get integrated. We're going to be able to put NVIDIA's AI libraries on top of that, and open source model that we're working on together into the Ontology platform. And you'll run it in the cloud, any cloud, or you run it on-prem or even a private cloud. And so, as you know, NVIDIA runs everywhere. And so you could buy a server from HP or Dell. You could be in another country and you want to set up your own private cloud. We got no trouble with that. And so it doesn't matter. We run everywhere, and Palantir runs everywhere.
But you're talking about the future then. So this isn't something that would be accretive to revenues just in the near term. You're still working it out. And like, I know Lowe's is an example, but are there other customers?
Well, at Palantir, we just do what's best for our customers. We work downstream for value creation. So what we believe, we know when it's faster, better, more accurate, and more flexible, and creates a better future for them because they can choose how they want to run their applications, we'll do very well. And at Palantir, we're doing very well on revenue and profit, and we're, that's not actually
what I like to hear
now. And the reason we've done so well on profit and on growth is because you just have to create value. This creates more value for the end user. But
you just said before, too, that the human may not even be involved with some of these decisions. And I guess that is a major concern in this day and age, that AI efficiencies could take away from or displace the job force. So
Yeah,
Couldn't
well,
something like this collaboration do that?
You know, it's interesting. When you say humans don't have to be in the loop, that doesn't inherently mean there aren't cases where humans need to be in the loop. For example, 40 years ago, we had 40x more manufacturing jobs than we have now. So it's like you can make more manufacturing jobs, which are humans, working class humans. You can build things you couldn't build in the past. And those humans become more and more valuable than they were in the past. In the defense context, you have situations where humans have to be in the loop, offense, situations where humans shouldn't be in the loop, like defense. Our collaboration makes all those use cases better for workers, for manufacturing, for defense, for offense, and in general, because it allows people to use any kind of model, any kind of compute structure. It makes America stronger and better.
Whenever a business is more productive, whenever they can move faster, their business grows, they hire more people. And so I think this idea that AI is going to take jobs is going to change everyone's job, that's for sure. But I think it's going to make companies more productive. We're more productive today because of AI, we're hiring more people.
And so, you know what, when someone says more productive and we're going to hire more and more people, I mean, obviously to me, that means more revenue. So let's take a look at PLTR and why I'm loving it for the earnings for tomorrow. You can see here the previous earnings report that they did have growth of 93% year over year, growth as well on guidance up 50% year over year. They raised the guidance to 45% year over year, and commercial revenue guidance to 85% year over year. I mean, honestly, this is like crushing insane numbers. So keep a watch for PLTR this week because we are expecting another solid win. No pressure though, Alex, but definitely want to see some fantastic results from PLTR. Now we're going to talk about Uber because they have earnings as well. And, you know, they've been in the news quite a bit, as you can see here. Uber and Uber Eats announced extended relationship here. You can see here they have with Kroger. They have also a partnership with NVIDIA and also WeRide. In the third quarter results here, conference calls happening this week. Aldi joined as well for grocery delivery. They partnered with Flytrex to launch a drone delivery. Sephora, because you can order stuff from Sephora, who's a cosmetics company, and then they'll deliver it right to your door. So if you run out of lip gloss like me, you can order some online and they'll deliver it instantly. Probably within like an hour, you'll have your lip gloss. And then obviously they have Uber Eats. With Best Buy, you can even order things from Best Buy online through Uber's app and delivers right to your door. Dollar Tree as well on here. There was the CEO was on Fireside Chat. Dollar General as well partnering with Uber. And obviously they had their last earnings in August. So I am excited because if you look at the last earnings that Uber had last quarter, you could see here that they had gross bookings grew 18% year over year. The adjusted EBITDA of $2.1 billion, up 35% year over year. Operating cash flow, $2.6 billion, 20 billion share repurchase. I mean, this is just amazing. So I look forward to hearing what the Uber executives have to say on the earnings call. And remember, the chart looks fantastic, and the weekly, even on PLTR, new 52-week highs. Both these charts look awesome. So just keep in mind that even though the chart looks very pretty, we are relying heavily on guidance results to determine what is next with regards to the growth of these companies as well, because these are really both growing companies. Just to sum things up too, I want to go through some of the content from the trade exchange because they had some market news from the president this week and earlier tonight. So let me just share some information from the trade exchange. And you can see here that President Trump was actually on 60 Minutes tonight, and he was commenting with regards to the tariffs. And so I want to just highlight this one thing here that the president mentioned. I'm assuming he might have talked about this on the show, but he did put it on his Truth Social. And what he did say was that the tariff case, as you know, is going to the United States Supreme Court, and they're waiting for a decision on this. He made a comment here about how the stock market has hit all-time highs many times during his short time in office. and virtually no inflation and national security that is second to none. And he also talked about the China negotiations, which were very successful. And I think this is fantastic for all the China stocks, like anything connecting with China, like NVIDIA and Tesla. So keep a watch on these market moving events. So to sum it up here, not to take much of your time, I respect everyone's time, NVIDIA, PLTR, watch these stocks, Tesla, watch Tesla, but top watches AMD, PLTR, Uber, and I hope they smash the earnings and look forward to some phenomenal numbers this week. So have a great week, everyone. See you guys tomorrow in the market. Full disclosure, I am long PLTR. Go, Alex, go.